Sunny TV Unfiltered. We're back again. A lot more sooner I would have hoped, to be honest with you. I wish there was another international break. or a hurricane, or an act of God, or something. Arsenal, we're coming back off a 2-1 defeat from Brighton. I called it. We're coming off of a draw from Norwich and also a draw from Southampton as well. Am I right in saying we haven't won in our last 9 games, is it?
9 games,
Yeah.
yeah.
Last 9 games we haven't won. We're in a relegation battle, no two ways about it. Got some very special guests with me today. Firstly, I want to say hi to everyone in the comments. You're all a big part of the show, and I'm glad you're sticking with us and loyal. Go and smash your like button now, please. Also, we've got Terry with me. I'm Maguna.
How you doing?
We've got Baz. Who's got their thing on? Because I can hear myself back.
Not me, mate.
Is it?
No. Hold on. Let me put my headphones in. Maybe it might be my.
We got Baz 450 with us.
How you doing, man?
How does that sound?
Perfect, mate. You sound like Luther. And that's not Luther Vandross, that's actually Luther. We got Mr. Safe Hands himself, Adi Ads, better known as the Cat.
How you doing, guys?
AFTV FC goalie. Big up yourself, Addy.
No, I'm good.
And also a grappling Krav Maga sensation. But we won't go into that. And we've also got another person who keeps his channels together. The kid. Show the kid some love. Because the kid is feeling unappreciated. So show the kid some love.
Always,
guys.
Mate, always appreciate you.
Yeah, man. What can I say?
Obviously, the purpose of the show tonight is the West Ham v Arsenal preview. Do you know what? I'll tell you what it reminds me of. It reminded me of one of my slaps from my dad I got once, right? He slapped me so hard, I pissed myself, right? When I was a kid. And every time he looked at me, the funny way after that he wanted to slap me again, I used to do what he told me. Old school parenting, right? Arsenal have just got slapped. Are they going to piss themselves against West Ham? Or will you actually turn up and man up? Because there comes a point where you're actually bigger and stronger than your dad eventually, right? So are Arsenal going to get to that point? Are we going to grow up and then be the man of the house? I doubt it.
No.
Addy, my bro.
Yo.
Bruv, before we come on to West Ham game, man, give us your take on last night's game, man.
Again, I said it from the start. I didn't want Freddie to actually be interim manager because it was too much. This chalice is too big for him. He cannot handle it. Even on an interim stage, he cannot handle it. He's never managed. He's been in charge of the under 23s, but he ain't no Pep Guardiola that's come from the that's come from Barcelona B. He's not that, unfortunately, and he should never have given. He should never have been given it. The fact that the board had not got anybody in place, even though everybody knew Sonny, you knew from how many months ago, along with me, that this guy was going to get sacked, but they did not line anybody up to come in straight away. So we're in this predicament. He has been under Emery's tutelage from the start of this season, and similar to Norwich, he picked a ridiculous team selection. And I was thinking, okay, you know what? He's going to come back and he's going to, this match, we're at home, he's going to actually pick a strong team, the team that everyone wants to see. No Xhaka, no Mustafi, Torreira at DM, Ozil on the 10, Pepe outright, either Abba out on the left or Martinelli out on the left and Laka or Abba up top. And again, I don't know what formation we played in the first half. All I saw was Ozil on the left, Abba was playing more down the wing, Willock in the number 10 role. It was just poor. To be fair, you could see it. we can say we don't have confidence and everything, but it was all the same. Opposition having 20 shots on target, 20 shots on goal and having 9 on target. Everything was just the same as under Emery. People will say, "Oh, Freddie has only had a week to train with them," but you've been under Emery's tutelage. You've seen what's gone wrong, so you in your head should already know. Okay, even if I'm only going to have a week, what I'm going to work on. This is what we're going to work on. You don't need to work on everything, but this is what we need to work on. And like all those videos that Arsenal put out on Twitter with the possession play, nothing. Brighton had more possession than us, so it was just nonsense. It was nonsense. We didn't dominate the game. He's speaking like Emery. Oh, we want to dominate the game, but we don't actually dominate the game. So for me, we just need to get a manager in ASAP. That's my thoughts. I knew Brighton was going to happen. So there's no point. Like I've lost my will to support Arsenal. I won't even lie to you. I've lost my will to support.
Who is your target? Who would you go for?
So I have 2 managers that I'll go for. Number 1, Diego Simeone. That's my guy. Number 2, Poch. I only go for Diego Simeone is because I don't care about fancy football anymore. I don't care about blasting teams 4-5-0. I care about having a defensively strong team. I don't care if we win 1-0. I don't care if we grind out results and win 2-1. I will take that. And like we have a song at Arsenal, 1-0 to the Arsenal. We don't do 1-0s anymore. We have boring Arsenal. I will honestly take that back. I don't care about all that flashy football. Arsene Wenger spoiled us Arsenal fans for so many years. We enjoyed all the good times under it. It's like he gave us too much sweet, and now we're thinking that we can still enjoy that time. Now the guy's gone. We don't deserve Nagelsmann. We don't deserve Ten Hag. We don't deserve any of them. Let's go back to basics under Simeone, so he can actually drill this defense. Look, everyone can say they're shit players, but as if you're getting drilled day in, day out, you'll get better, and that is it. So because we're not going to go and buy Virgil van Dijk, we're not going to buy Upamecano. We just need someone that can come in and work with the players, work with the defense, give us a defensive structure, and we will do that. And that's why I'll go for Simeone first. If we can't get Simeone, then I'll just go all out for Poch because he knows the Premier League. That is it.
Mate, I guarantee you, if we got Simeone, it won't be too long. Well, it probably with me be about 45 minutes. That I'll be saying the football's absolutely dire, and I'm never going again.
I don't care. I don't care. And this is the problem with Arsenal fans is that we think we're entitled to good football. We think we're entitled to playing teams off the park. We don't do that anymore. That was Arsene Wenger's philosophy. And then we think we can attract the top managers where we don't actually win anything. We don't even support the managers. Our fans think that we're entitled to all of that, but we are not entitled to that anymore. The guy did it on the cheap. Arsene Wenger did it on the cheap. With no budget, no money. He did it on the cheap and provided us good football. Now, we think, oh yeah, cool, we'll get Ten Hag. No. Now we think we can get Nagelsmann. No. Them guys ain't going to come here. This ain't a good project to come to. No, I don't care. So I think we go back to the old days, sort out the defense, get that still. We need to change our mentality. That's the thing now.
Do you know what? The standout manager for me now is not an attractive name. He's not even an attractive bloke. To be honest with you, I'm surprised he's even married the geezer. Is Sheffield United manager? I'll take him all day.
Is it Wilder?
Wilder, yeah. Can you imagine that overlapping centre backs? You'll have David Luiz and Socrates overlapping each other, seeing who can run to the other end quickest.
I don't think they will start though on there. I don't think they will start on there. They're shit.
Guys, I don't think Simeone would come. Personally, he is flirting with. They are flirting with sacking him in Atletico. But the biggest worry about Simeone for me is not even the defensive style of football; it's the language issue. Because right now, one of the biggest issues with Emery was communication, and how the communication was a big problem with getting his point across with the players, and he actually spoke a little bit of English, where Simeone doesn't speak a lick of English.
But this is the problem now. Yeah, Emery was so pompous. He said, you know what, I'm going to speak English without an interpreter. When Poch came to England, Poch went a whole season with an interpreter at Southampton, and Southampton played football. That is, for me, you can't look at Bielsa at Leeds. He has an interpreter. The language barrier can be broken down with someone that can speak English and speak whatever language. That is an excuse.
Addy, you said we should go back to basics, yeah?
Yep.
If we should go back to basics, then Aubameyang should sell his £1 million Ferrari and drive a full Focus.
Hold on. When I mean back to basics, no. Let's take players out of this.
No, but what I'm saying, bro, before you go to your point, if the fans have to accept going back to basics, yeah, and that's our level, back to basics, like cavemen who wipe their arse with relief, yeah. Then if that's the case, right, then all these players should give up their salaries and go back to basics when they weren't earning no money. If we have to go back to basics and still pay £1,200 for season ticket, they should go back to basics. Let me tell you what I mean by back to basics. I've been back to basics in the sense that obviously like whoever we have, we're still gonna have to attack. You can't win. Obviously they say you win or leave with your defense, but then you still have to score goals. Yeah. So and goals win you games. And there's no back. You can keep you can not concede any goals, but then again now if you don't score, you ain't winning the match. So goal scoring is a luxury. So you have to go and
goal scoring. Goal scoring is the only thing that we've got to hold on to, and yet our managers won't do that. We're so worried about defending, and yet we can't bloody defend. Yet we won't put without Aubameyang's goals this season, we'd be bottom of the league. So what do we do? What did Freddie do? I'm not giving Freddie a free pass here. What does Freddie do? We're 1-0 down at half time. We come out the second half at home and we play Aubameyang on the left wing. It's an absolute shambles. Listen, my eyes on this is ridiculous. Everyone's saying, oh, look, Lundberg, he's only the interim manager. He's not got no badges, blah, 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 right? What a load of rubbish. I love the guy. He was brilliant. He was brilliant as a player, but he didn't have to take the job. He could have simply turned around and said, no, it's too big for me. He could have been a big man and said that, right? So he's tried to man up. He said, no, I'll take the job. He took the job. And all he's done nothing. Terry, stop shouting, mate. I've got his headphones on. You're giving me a headache. Sorry, mate, but I'm fuming.
Hey, Terry, I feel your passion. I feel the passion.
Yeah, I'm absolutely fuming. Just to pick up on 2 points, Sonny, sorry. First of all, obviously, I may look stoned, but a lot of people know I work night. I not sleep today, right? So that's one thing. Second one, big up Aussie Gooner, because I see you comment, mate. That's fantastic. I was saying just before we went on air that the other show that goes alongside this, who's got a million followers, blah, blah, blah. Yesterday, for the first time on all their videos, most of them come out and said everything that I've been saying since this show has started. All last night. I've been saying for the last 2 months that if we keep Emery, we're going to be in a relegation battle. If we keep Emery, we're going to be in a relegation battle. I've been saying it and saying it and saying it. And everyone kept saying to me, stop being silly, you're deluded, don't talk, you know what I mean, and just laugh at me and just went along with it, blah, blah, blah. No, stick with Emery, wait until our defenders get back. We're going to be winning the league. And now all of a sudden, just because a few people that have got a load of followers said it last night, a load of Arsenal fans have woke up. Well, sorry, we've been there and done that. I told you ages ago.
Sabby saying, what about Eddie Howe? Eddie Howe is a brilliant manager going forward, Sabby, but defensively he's just as bad as we've had in the past. So not Eddie Howe for me.
What has Eddie Howe done? What's he done? All I get told about Arteta is that he hasn't managed anyone. He hasn't done this. He hasn't done that. What has Eddie Howe done? He's managed at Bournemouth. Wow. What's he done?
I think the only thing people will say about Eddie Howe is that he's kept Bournemouth up with no money and they play decent football. But again, I agree with you. Eddie Howe, he's not on the pedigree. He's not on the level. Even though I say that we can't even attract big managers. We can't even pay big managers from the reports. We can't even pay top level managers the salaries they're even looking for. So, which is damning on us again. But that's what people say about Eddie Howe. But I agree, Eddie Howe is not on our level.
The kid. Put some sense into what's going on at Arsenal. But firstly, let's answer Lee Fowler's question. Okay, why didn't Ozil play last night? Lee, Ozil has been crap. He hasn't changed nothing. But you can't play Ozil. You can't play Ozil on the left wing, mate. That's another reason, bro. You can't play the games on the left wing.
Yeah, guys.
You know what? It wouldn't matter if Ozil played in goal and made 3 fantastic saves to keep us in the game. Everyone would still pick on him. They don't see any other player. They just see Ozil, like apparently I see Xhaka. But most ex-players, most ex-pundits, everyone all says it about Xhaka, apart from a quarter of our fan base that see the sun shines out of his arse for some reason, and I don't understand it.
Guys, give me 2 minutes. Let me break something down for you quickly. This is actually one of the most scariest things. When we sign Aubameyang, Mkhitaryan, Socrates, all these guys, those kind of signings are win now signings. They're quick fix signings. They are not long-term looking in advance. Aubameyang's age when we signed him, we knew he was not going to be here for 7-8 years. We knew it was a short-term thing. Then what do? The next summer, we get young players. We sign Torreira. We sign Guendouzi. We sign Leno. That is for the future. We have a club here that the last 10 signings, you can really name on less than 3 fingers how many of those 10 players that we signed have turned out good, right? That is recruitment. That is a big issue from recruitment. Number 1. Number 2, it seems like the players that we have are suited to 3 or 4 different styles. We sign a player, one player is suited for an attacking style football, one player is suited for touchy-tappy style, and another one suited for counter-attack. Our players are not suiting to the system that we're getting. The recruitment has been terrible. The players are not suited for any system. It's honestly, it's just sad and emotional to even think about, man. What can we say? I'm coming around to you saying the players are not the end all be all biggest problem. The problem starts from above, and I agree with you there. But the players, some of them, they're not good enough.
But you say about recruitment, the kid. Yesterday's game, how many of them players were Wenger players still?
No, Terry, did you hear what I just said? I said out of our last 10 signings, only 3 of them have been good. And that including Wenger and the recent, none of them have been good. Think about it. The last 7 windows, the only 2 players that have been decent are Bernd Leno and Aubameyang. Name 1 player from the last 15 signings that have been decent. We can't do anything.
Kellen Dowsey's been all right.
This is all because we've got a director of football now. This is where it all stems from.
All right, okay.
We've got someone that is picking these players and not the managers picking the players. If you listen to Talk Sport this morning, Harry Redknapp was on there, and someone asked Harry Redknapp. He said, "If Arsenal come in for you now, or a team coming with you with a director of football, would you go to them?" And he said, "Definitely not." He said, "How can you go and manage a football team when you've got someone buying players for you with the players that you don't want in your team?" And that's exactly right. That's
Terry, I disagree with that. Because look at the Dortmund model.
How can you disagree?
Look at the Dortmund model. What Emery did was Emery wanted Socrates. Emery wanted Socrates. Mislintat wanted Sionko. What did he do? The same money Leicester spent on Sionko, we spent on Socrates. We would have been 100 times better with Sionko.
Let me give you an example.
Fly with that.
Who would your midfielder be? If you could go out now and get a midfielder, who would you want?
I don't know. I don't have a degree. I don't have a coaching badge.
I just
NDD,
you know what I mean?
NDD from Leicester. If we could,
I agree with that.
I will get NDD from Leicester now because we have no balls in midfield.
Right, Addy.
Midfield.
I totally agree with you, mate. But you saying you want that, and then I'll go and get Fraser from Bournemouth and say, "There you go. There's your player. Play him in your team."
But he's not the position we need.
No. This is what's happening with directors of football. That's what Harry Redknapp was trying to explain.
Terry. Terry, you're telling me an extreme, okay? You're telling me an extreme. You're pushing it to an extreme. Don't always look at things at the extreme. There is good examples of what you're talking about. You're just talking about one example that suits your narrative.
What good
So
example?
let me give you an example that suits my narrative, okay? Look at the clubs that have director of footballs like Borussia Dortmund. They go out and they sign the players themselves.
What about in English? What about in England?
Okay, in England, you want a director of football in England. Look at Brighton right now. Look at Brighton right now. Director of football goes out and signs Webster. Other players. And he does good.
No, look at Chelsea.
Look at Leicester. Look at Leicester.
Look! Stop shouting over each other. Make your point. What the kid? What's your point, bruv?
Look at Leicester's success with the director of football. It doesn't matter what manager's in there. The director of football has set up that team with great.
We've got that, haven't we? We've got that, haven't we?
Not yet. He just came.
We have, man. We've got Edu there. We've got Bale there, man.
Raul stepped on Mislintav's toes the moment he came in.
Okay, but what difference it make, man? It's just another man in a suit, bruv.
Exactly.
No, the difference is we made the wrong signings. Sven Mislintat wanted Sionko. He wanted young players. He didn't want Mkhitaryan and Aubameyang and these guys and Socrates. He wanted younger players for the future. What did they do? They said no.
Sven wanted what's his name, bruv? Sven wanted what's his name? The guys on the wing. What's his name? The one on the wing is gone to Barcelona. From Dortmund.
Dembele.
He wanted Dembele. And he threw his toys out for him when we couldn't get him. So don't say that Sven just wanted young players.
The documented truth of what happened with Sven Mislintat was that the moment Raul came in, he stepped on his toes and he gave him no power in the club. He was
because he wasn't his man, that's why. It wasn't.
But bro, why are we talking about Sven anyway?
Because I'm talking about recruitment.
Okay, recruitment.
That was my point.
Recruitment went beyond Sven. He's gone. The recruitment is solely down to one person, and that's Raul.
Yep.
Okay, so let's talk about Raul's recruitment. Okay, let's talk about the players that we've signed. We signed Leno, decent. Okay,
yeah.
Not the best, but decent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lichtsteiner, terrible.
Shit.
Okay.
Shit.
Socrates, a £16 million fat Socrates was never going to be the defender we needed. Yeah.
Waste of money.
Exactly.
Also, who else do we get? We got Guendouzi, who was never going to be. He's going to be a decent player in 5 years, not now.
Yeah.
And we got Lucas Torreira. Okay.
2 years away from being 2 years away.
The geezer's just a fly buzzing around in your ass, mate. Until you swat the little fucking bastard, you can't get. He don't do nothing, right? Okay. Let's go. David Luiz. Once 10 years ago was a good player, not now. Okay. Let's go to the other cheap signings that we bought. Ceballos. We missed him. To be honest with you, we missed him. Why have we missed him? Why have we missed him? Because he didn't do nothing in all the other games, but we have missed him, right?
Nah, but again with Emery never played that guy in his right position.
I agree.
And that's the issue where Ozil was always had a good season time was when he had Cazorla behind him because Cazorla could get the ball to Ozil in that number 10 position. If you look at it yesterday, Xhaka and Torreira couldn't even get the ball through into Ozil or into any of our midfielders. We couldn't even get the ball forward. So we always had to go from the side, go round to Bellerin, go round to Pepe. At no time was there a pass that broke Brighton's midfield to get Ozil on the turn or anything like that. We have nobody that's playing in that either in the centre midfield role to advance the ball forward. And which is what Cazorla did perfectly when he was here, and then which is where Ceballos is a number 8 and he plays number 8 for Spain, but Emery were playing him as a outside midfielder, right midfielder, left midfielder, and this again is just the mentality of our managers. We have decent, but put Ceballos in any other team, you'll see him do better. Put him in Liverpool's team, you'll see him do better. He played for Spain every single international week. And he does so much better. But for us, nothing because our managers are stupid. We don't know how to use players.
Well, so basically, the biggest culprit out of everybody, more bigger culprit than Mustafi, Xhaka, Socrates, and David Luiz is Raul.
Yep.
Is Raul. The only decent thing Raul done, which got lauded by what's the name, by the fans, which made Livs from Arsenal Fan TV jump on the back of his car like Starsky and Hutch being Bodin Door for the professionals, right? All because he got Pepe. All because he got Pepe. That was it. That was our highlight. We got Pepe. Kieran Tierney. I don't know, for whatever reason he wasn't playing last night. Hopefully he's not another dud.
Yeah.
We got a question from Lee. For the panel, will we ever challenge for a league title under the ownership of the Conkies? Bro, we'd be lucky if we're staying. We'd be stuck if we stay in the league and never mind challenge for a league title.
No, never again. Never again while they're in charge.
Guys, Liverpool were lucky that their ownership got bankrupt. I don't think the Cronkies are ever going bankrupt, so it's going to be tough to get them out.
Man, the only way to get out is if someone comes in with some stupid money, and that's why I'm praying for some rich old guys to come in from somewhere. I don't know where.
I know a good rich old guy who might come from somewhere. Ian Hutchinson. Ian Hutchinson is a rich old guy. Ian, bruv, seriously, you speak a lot of sense, mate.
I didn't say old.
Ian, you speak a lot of sense. You need to come on the podcast, bruv.
I didn't say old. I said oil. I need some oil.
Oh, okay.
I need that oil money, bro. I need that oil money.
Guys, it's still early, but Ceballos is starting to smell like Dennis Suarez.
Nah.
It's still early, but this is what's gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen. It's gonna be so much pressure put on him to perform, and we're gonna, as a fan base, we're just gonna give up on him.
The thing about it is Dennis Suarez the geezer was a midfielder. Why was he playing as a winger?
I don't know.
I can't understand why you're saying we're going to give up on him. We've got bigger problems than Ceballos, to be honest. What our hopes on Ceballos for?
All right. Do you know what? Before we get back onto this, right, and the manager, right? Let's talk about the team for Monday's game. Yeah. Just a quick shout out to the Arsenal Realist. Arsenal Realist. If you haven't subscribed to the Arsenal Realist, go and give him a follow. Just watched his last video; it was really good. Kroenke out last month. People said we have the players to be top four. Now Freddie's in charge. They say we don't. What's up with that? Respect, Sonny. Arsenal Realist. What a great point, mate. What a great point. Most of the Arsenal fan base, 99% of the Arsenal fan base said we had the squad to finish in the top four. Now Freddie's in charge. Everyone's saying the players are not good enough.
I'm not. Right.
I've
said players not good enough from the start. We'll take another question from Stan. Hang on a minute. Let's just take this question. You can come back after that, Baz. So was that Baz who just said that?
No, it was me.
Was it a kid? Okay. If Arteta was in charge for the last two games, with the results that Freddie got, would be saying he's not good enough, or would you be prepared to give him more time?
No.
Stan, for me, if Arteta was in and he just got the last two results and he picked the same team that Freddie did, if he was our full-time manager, I'd say give him time. But a caretaker manager, I wouldn't say give him time.
For me, obviously, I would say that if he was our full-time manager, I would still give him shit for it, but would hopefully see that he was trying to change things. But I truly believe that if he come in, he wouldn't have picked half of them players from the last two games that Freddie's picked. No proper manager would pick half of them players. It's as simple and easy as that. I don't care what anybody says.
Clucks. I'll tell you what we're going to do as well, right? We're going to have a little competition between everyone in the comments. Who does the silliest comments, right? At the moment, Crux is winning, right? No disrespect to you, bruv. Seriously, we're just joking there. It's just a bit banter, yeah? Ceballos is still young. Don't forget, bro, we've only got him on loan. So when he gets older, he won't be at Arsenal. That's the problem. But so far, you're winning. So if any other comments come up, they'll go above you. Kid, what did you want to say?
I wanted to say to Arsenal realists, I get your point about Kroenke and you wanting him out and everything, and people criticizing you. But what you got to say, you have to understand that it's not flip flopping when if you meet somebody and you think they're a decent person, but then they screw you over at the end, that you're not flip flopping your opinion on them. It's because they've done something wrong to you. That's why you're changing your opinion on them. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm saying the Kroenkes, they changed our opinion slightly, maybe some of us, but now we're back on that term where like we realize they're still the pricks that they were.
Right, let's go into the team. Let's go into the team for what's the name for West Ham on Monday, right? And also then we'll go into your score predictions. Yeah. Firstly, in the comments, if you're fucking things keep falling out my ears. In the comments, try and jot down your team really quickly. Okay. Let's all break this down together rather than give our full 11. Yeah, Terry, what was your back four be?
I've been saying it all the time, mate. It's Tierney, Chambers, Holding, and Bellerin. Even though Bellerin had a shocker, absolute shocker yesterday, but he's the best right back that we've got, unfortunately. So that'd be my back four. But where is Holding? Does anyone know? Does anyone know if he's injured? Why has he been left out of the squad for 2 games?
Yeah,
he's not questionable. He's questionable for that.
Back for the kid. Who's your back four be?
No.
Back for the kid.
Holding is doubtful for the next game. Bellerin, Socrates, Luis, Tierney. Those are our best guys that we can put out there.
Bro, you're putting Socrates and Luis in defence.
Luis in and all.
Listen, who do we have that have played games together that could we actually put in? Tell me your team again.
Okay, before I come to mine, okay, that's your back four, yeah? Before I come to mine, Baz, go on, bro. What's your back four, bruv?
Because personally, I don't rate Bellerin, but we're gonna have to. Who rates Bellerin here, anyways? Dog shit. So
none of us.
I do.
You rate him?
He would kill it,
Okay,
and he would kill it on another team.
Yeah. Again.
No.
Addy, hold that thought, bruv. Go on, Baz.
My back four, Bellerin. I'd bring Holden back and dash Chambers in, and then Tierney. We have to try something different. We can't do the same thing, man. It's car crash.
Guys, I just googled it. Holding is doubtful.
So sorry, Baz. Who's your back four?
So Bellerin, Chambers, Holding, and Tierney. We need to see something different.
How about you, Ads?
See, I want to go with a back four. I'll go with back five.
Oh man.
So you play 3 at the back. Go on. So what's your 3 at the back?
My 3 at the back would be Luis. If Holding is fit, Holding. And you know what? I'm going to throw this guy in because when he was here, he was quality. I would put in Mavropanos.
No way, man. No way.
100%. 100%. You're saying no way, but we're complaining about Socrates. Chambers is pants. Chambers is not a Premier League top 6 player. Chambers,
bro. Mavropanos has been even cutting out the 23s, bro.
Nah, Mavropanos, when he was fit and under Arsene, he was decent. And I think he's again similar with Holding in the season before that season after the FA Cup final, he lost a bit of confidence. And again, similar with Mavropanos last season, lost a bit of confidence, but no one's backed him up. No one said, you know what, go back in there. I tell you now, he'll do a better job than Socrates. He'll do a better job than Chambers, and to be fair, he'll probably do a better job than Luis. So with me, you have to change it up, man. You have to change it up. But I'll do it back. I'll back 3 of Holding, Mavropanos, and Luis.
Do you know Arsenal actually miss Nacho Monreal? Even the centre back, they miss Nacho Monreal.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Our team have got worse, right? For me, my back 9, right? I'll go with back 9. No. My back 4. I don't want to see the same back 4. David Luiz has got to see it out. He really has to see it out. Okay. I'm going to go for Bellerin. Addy, we're going to come back to your Bellerin as well, bruv. I'm not letting you get away that easy, bruv.
I'm here.
I'm going to go my back 4: Bellerin, Tierney. Obviously, centre backs are going to be an issue. It's like What's that thing? That Christmas thing when everyone picks a name out and they got to buy each other a present.
Secret Santa.
Secret Santa. Yeah, our back, our centre defensive pair is like Secret Santa. Who's going to buy the shittest present to a mate you don't really like? Someone from work.
More like Russian roulette.
Go and get your boss a dildo because you think she don't get any sex. Something like that. My centre backs are going to be Socrates and Chambers. I'm going for. The only reason is because they're the only ones that kept clean sheet against Newcastle, so I'll do that again. Right, Addy.
Yeah.
Bellerin, what do you like about him, bruv?
So, when he played his best football for us, I would say, was when he was going forward, when he didn't have to think about stuff. Obviously, he was always a right winger, wasn't a right back, but then has later been converted to a right back. But when Bellerin does not have to think about stuff, he plays well. Gets the ball down, moving the ball, getting into attacking positions and crossing it. But then now, with our style of play under Emery, where it was always the ball was always going out to the fullbacks and trying to get it to the wingers and trying to cross it into the box and building from the sides as opposed to building from the middle, that has put more emphasis on our fullbacks and on our wingers. Whereas under Arsene Wenger, where everything was built through the middle, and even though everybody was involved, it was always 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. So again now, put Bellerin in any other team in this league, he would do so much better. But then I think it's always down to the poor management that we have, and over the last season with Emery, because I say it now, Emery was a fraud. Emery's an actually full-time fraud. I don't know. Got to manage Arsenal Football Club.
I've kept this comment up, right? Because Machiavelli's free PC. You're now the silliest comment of the podcast so far. Big up yourself for that. Give the boy confidence. He's beast. How do we give him confidence, mate? What should we do? Give him a needle and thread and a load of sequins and some material so he could sew some flares. Give him a new sewing machine. Give him a cushion. What should we do? How do we give this guy confidence?
You know what? That comment is like the comment I see on Twitter today from someone who thought, how disgusting was it that we booed the team after yesterday's game?
They deserve to get booed.
I mean, what an absolute crap statement to put out there. Honestly, ridiculous. Do you know we pay the top highest prices to go and watch a game of football? When was the last time Arsenal fans watched a game of football? When was the last time? And yet, we're not allowed to criticise our own team when they've played crap. This is ridiculous. Last night, I'm not going to lie, I was broken. I think Arsenal actually broke me now, right? My brother run me last night. He can't even be bothered to watch us. And the worst thing was, my dad texted me this morning. I think me and Arsenal were falling out now. I mean, this is coming from like 60 years of going to watch Arsenal. Yeah. 60 years. This has never been done.
Terry, I'll tell you one funnier than that, right, mate? Yesterday, I gave one of my close pals, right, my tickets yesterday. And do you know what he done today? He WhatsApped me this morning, and he goes to me, he wants a refund. And I said to him, bruv, I gave you him for nothing. I go, what do you want a refund for? He goes, I still want a refund.
Yeah, do you know what? You know exactly the same thing, Sonny. I've been obviously saying on here that I've been fighting with myself to go and all things like that. I want to start, a campaign to get these bloody chairmans out and all that. And then you get fans agreeing with you, and then they message you on Twitter and say, do you want to sell your tickets?
Do you know what? Machiavelli PC has just now done the most sensible comment of the night, right? Demiral from Juventus is a Turkish defender. He's no nonsense. He's quality. The geezer is 100% absolutely quality, and he's gettable.
Forget rid of a right back. Defend centre back, right back. That doesn't work.
Sonny, my problem is, we can get in any defender that we want. If we don't have the right coach, it's just going to be the same thing. we do not get the right coach, it's going to be the same thing. We can get anybody. Honestly, we can get Virgil van Dijk. We will still look shit. Honestly.
Do you know what? Ray, Bellerin's lost 10 yards of pace. 100%, mate. He's lost. The geezer. He hasn't had pace for the last 3 seasons. Right, midfield. Let's go to the midfield. Baz, we'll start with you, bruv. Let's go to the midfield. What's your midfield?
My midfield Monday. Shit show. So Torreira.
Bro, those headphones look really nice, bruv, on your head, but we can't hear. We can hardly hear them, bruv. I think they just sold you that for looks, bruv. Them headphones.
Basically, I'll swap it 1 second.
Swap them. Get the real ones out.
All you need is some Apple headphones. You're good. Quick plug.
James Fitzgerald, that's a good shout as well, mate. The Wolves right back for the Arsenal right back.
That's it.
McAvee, I was talking about Medley. You know what, bro? Good comment, bro. I'll give Medley a chance as well.
Do you know what we need to do all we can in January? Go out and get Jack Grealish.
No,
player.
Yeah, but then we won't get him the ball. That's the problem.
Well, exactly. This is my argument, right? I can't understand why fans want us to go out and get someone like Allegri or Simeone and things like that, because you want us all to play defensive. We're trying to do that now, and yet we still won't go out and buy any.
Hold on. Well, I'm not saying that I want us to play defensive. No. I'm saying I want Arsenal to have a defensive shape and defensive structure. With Emery, which is why I say Emery thought that, okay, you know what? Let's play counter-attacking football. And to be fair, I don't even know what football Emery was trying to play, but he never worked on the defense once. Under Arsene, if you look at the stats under Arsene, the reason why teams never had 20 shots on us, because our defense weren't good under Arsene, the reason why teams didn't have 20 shots on us every single game, because we kept the ball. We kept the ball, and teams only had the ball for so much little time. So they only had 3 or 4 chances at home when we played at home. But then now, which is why I would say I'd rather have a defensive coach to come in so we can actually have a structure, and teams can't just walk through us and have 20 shots like Brighton did yesterday at home. I'd rather Brighton having 2 or 3 shots.
Let me just answer this point, Leon, mate, how you doing? You right, bro? Thanks for taking part. All you do, Sonny, is bash. Got to be more than that. Leon, the reason all I do is bash, bruv, is because I'm saying what I'm seeing, yeah? And there's nothing I can do, because I don't work for Arsenal and I'm not on the training field, to change how Arsenal play or the mentality of the players. So all I could do is bash. You know, standing there clapping, right? Rubbish does not make no sense to me. Does not make sense to me. How can you clap crap?
I mean, seriously, what do some of these fans want us to do? After yesterday's game, we're playing Brighton, who was 3rd from bottom, who are now a point behind us. That's just beat us in our own stadium. Do you seriously want us to stand there at the end of the game and clap the players off and say, well done, we're in a relegation battle, but don't worry. Come on, let's be positive. Let's keep this going. Let's keep this morale going. Let's everyone stand together. What a load of rubbish. I've never seen this bad in my lifetime. Never.
You know, you're right when it comes to people are taking things out of context, because you can't say fans booing the team after a bad performance is being negative. At the end of the day, anyone who plays bad should be able to get booed. That's the fans. We're the guys who pay the money, so we should be able to boo whoever the hell we want. It's actually weak mentality when it comes to fan bases who say, "Oh, we're toxic because we boo our players." Everyone boos their players.
You know what? Why on that? Like the kid. What's your midfield, bro?
I would give Chambers a shout in midfield, so he can drop back and help out the defense. Call me crazy. I'll play Chambers and Xhaka with Ozil.
Okay. Addy?
Obviously, I went for 3 at the back, so Obviously, you'll have the 2 wing backs of Tierney and Bellerin, and then in the midfield, I would have. You know what? Yeah, the kid has given me an idea. I would have Torreira and Chambers.
I like that. So
That's
it's
good
like
team.
it's like a
Before I come to Baz's team, yeah. Dan, bro, you're now in the silliest comment of the day bracket, mate. You don't have to buy the tickets if you don't have to buy the tickets if you won't pay for it, someone else will, which is true. It's a business at the end of the day. It's not business, mate. It's not business to a fan. It's a business to the owners and the board. It's not a business to a fan.
Listen,
As a fan, it's passion. It's from the heart. It's a way of life. It's what gets us through the week to the next game. It's what gives us banter with our mates. It's not a business to us. And the reason we pay for tickets is because we love our club. Okay? And the problem is, if we didn't pay for those bloody tickets, we won't have a bloody chance of going to see them next year when they might actually be better. That's the problem.
Exactly, Sonny. Exactly, it's exactly right.
Yeah.
I pay for my season ticket, and I will not give my tickets away to anyone because I'm trying to make a stand myself. So why should, if I want to make a stand and say that we should be protesting against the club, why and then would I go against myself and say, right, who wants to have my ticket to go and sit in my seat? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and the ticket system is so bad anyways. If you lose your season tickets, you're screwed for when they were good.
Point. Stop going to watch these punks. I've actually stopped going to watch them. Do you know what? I actually sold my season ticket at the start of the season. That's how much I knew it was going to be crap. I sold it at the start of the season, before we even kicked off.
But this is why we're still going to be in this situation in years to come, because you're still going to have silly fans that are positive, that look on the positive side and still think that everything will turn around in a couple of games. Unfortunately, that's going to happen.
Do you know
What's
what,
wrong
Ben,
with having some hope, though?
Ben, do you know what? Do you know what though? Kid? If you want hope with Arsenal, don't bother. Go to church. If you want hope, go to church, bruv. You won't get
I'm
no hope
Muslim,
with Arsenal.
I go to the mosque, bro.
I go to church every Sunday.
Whatever, mate. If you want hope, you know, look for religion. That's the only thing that will give you hope. Arsenal don't.
Hey, put that coming up. Put that coming up.
Fairfield, brilliant point, mate. Ben, thanks for watching, bruv. £270 to watch the next 3 home games. And £270, that's without your parking if you're going by car. That's without you eating.
Yep.
You know, that's without your pint. That's without getting pissed just to forget the game at the end of it.
Yeah.
£270, I'll tell you something, you can look in your wardrobe and you can see clothes that you think, you know what, they need an upgrade. £270 will buy you a nice jumper, you know? It'll buy you a couple of pairs of trousers. It'll buy you 2 pairs of trainers. But instead don't waste it on watching shit like David Luiz and Socrates.
Exactly that.
Or you took it out for vacation.
If we do go out and get someone like an Eddie Howe or the Wolves manager, then in my eyes, the ticket prices should be a quarter of the prices of what they should be now, because we'll be paying to watch shit. It's as simple and easy as that.
Right, my midfielder. Baz, have you done your midfield, bruv? Baz, have you done your midfield?
Well, my midfield is
you know those headphones you get? Was it buy one get one free, or was it just 2 free?
Poundland.
Bruv, go on. What's your midfield, bruv?
Hello. Yeah,
Hey,
my midfield. I don't rate Xhaka, but Xhaka Torreira also, because he's sort to fucking distribute the ball, man. Yeah, it's a shit show right now. Fuck's sake.
Okay. Didn't understand a word of that, but I'm sure there'll just be Arsenal players in there. My midfield. Okay, my midfield. This is a hard one. Okay, I'll tell you what my midfield is. I put Callum Chambers in defence. I can't play him in midfield. Okay, I'll play because our midfield is shit. Right, every Arsenal player in the midfield is shit. I'll play Lucas Torreira, Granit Xhaka holding. No, not Rob Holding. Lucas Torreira and Granit Xhaka holding.
Okay.
Okay. Or I'll play Lucas Torreira, right, with David Luiz. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Lucas Torreira and David Luiz. I'll put holding midfielders. In front of them, I'll put Nicolas Pepe.
Ooh.
Okay. I'll put Nicolas
like
Pepe in front of them. Okay. I'll drop Ozil.
Okay.
And right, so who you go for? Who you go for your fun? How many people in the podcast? 4. Who have we lost?
Baz.
Okay.
Baz.
He made such a contribution. I didn't know who we lost. Addy, who's your front 3 or your front 1 or 2 behind? What you do?
Oh yeah, so I'm gonna have 1 up top and then 2 behind them. My 2 behind would be Pepe and Ozil, and then 1 will be Aubameyang up top.
Curtis, your TV in the house. Recently
My guy.
voted amongst his teammates, according to boards, as the best player at Arsenal AFTVFC.
Oh no! I don't. They need a revote.
Bruv, Curtis, you're getting dug out, bruv. Curtis, if you want to join the stream, let me know, and I'll add you. In fact, I'm going to send you
Curtis in.
just in case you join.
Curtis in.
Andy, you did know it was a secret ballot and you just let yourself out the bag there, didn't you?
What?
Right, speaking about it, go on, Cameron speak. I'm going to just try and add Curtis just in case he joins.
Right, my front ones would be, I'd go with basically a front 4 with the 2 winners. I'd have Martinelli on the left. I'd have Aubameyang and Lacazette in the middle with Pepe on the right.
Okay.
So you went for a 4-2-4?
Yep, that's what I'd go for. I would say at the moment, with our defence, we've got no defenders. Let's be honest. At the moment, let's not worry about the defence. Let's worry about scoring as many goals as we can, because as long as we get 1 more goal than the opposition, we're getting 3 points in my eyes. So
Okay.
worry about the defence. I've heard people all season say to me, "It's a results game. It's a results game. I don't care if we just win 1-0." Well, if you only want to win 1-0, let's go out and try and score a bloody goal, shall we?
We've scored 23.
Everyone go give Curtis your TV. Everyone go give Curtis your TV a follow. Curtis is on more channels than Adam Deck. Give Curtis a follow. I love the geezer. He's proper brother of mine. Love the geezer. Also, give the Arsenal Realist a follow as well.
Yeah.
Right,
You
Andy,
come up with some funny jokes.
who's your front 3, buff?
What, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, as I said, I obviously I've done a 3-4. It'll be a 3-4-2-1. The 2 will be Ozil and Pepe, and then the 1 Aubameyang.
Justin Gooney, you're on Monday, mate.
Can I just say, Sonny, I can't. Is it Machiavelli or whatever you say his name?
Yeah.
He's just put on there saying he's made a lot of money from Arsenal lately. Do you know there was a few people just behind me? They actually won 500 quid on Brighton scoring first, and they was Arsenal fans. Yes, I do.
The easiest bet is Arsenal's going to concede a goal first.
Yeah, concede the first goal.
And also, if you play fantasy football, you know what to do. You bring in the striker for whatever team we're facing.
Do you know what? Zaki Hassan is saying Sonny will constantly lose the ball in the middle of his Pepe's there. Mate, the midfield don't control the ball anyway. What difference does it make? Kole, nice to meet you, bro. I'm glad you're here. Sonny and Cesar, how's it going? All my guys up front. Uber up front, Pepe right, Martinelli left.
That is my front 3. I rate that.
Bro, you know what?
Bro,
You know what I'll do, to be honest with you? I'll play Pepe's number 10. I'll play Lacazette up front, and I'll play Aubameyang and Martinelli wide of them, inverted forwards. That's what I'll have them all playing.
Did you hear what I said?
What's that?
I said I'd have Martinelli on the left, Aubameyang and Lacazette in the middle, and Pepe on the right. I'd go 4-2-4.
Curtis is the only goon who speaks any sense. Park Lane Yid, you know what, bruv? Nothing you say has got any credibility, bruv. You lost your credibility when you was when you was dropped on your head and you support the dark side, bruv.
Yeah.
You got no credibility at all. Do you know what?
Yo, take that down.
If I was standing with you and you saw a black car, I'll say it's a white car. I don't believe nothing you say. I can't trust. I can't trust a Spurs fan. Sorry.
Yo, isn't that a bad word? Like, I don't get it.
What?
That whatever his name was.
What Yid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arsenal realist, unfortunately, he can't come on live at the moment because YouTube might block his channel for life if he comes on live now. So he's done the climb. He's got to now do his time.
Thanks, man.
Konnichiwa.
Right. So let's go, boys. Everyone in the comments. Okay, everyone in the comments now. Score predictions, please.
You guys know what I do for score predictions. I always look at what the bookies have, and they have us losing 2-1 to West Ham.
Well, then I better go and have my first bet of the season then, because that's the bet the score I was about to say. 2-1 West Ham.
You're not.
Come on,
You're not
everyone,
gonna make much.
everyone in the comments. Score predictions, please. Baz, what's your score prediction, Buff?
Yeah, man.
Baz, we're talking to you, Buff.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Well, yeah. What's your score prediction?
Connection is fucked here, man.
Oh, yeah, kid, man. Talk to me in Somalian, man. You might hear us.
What's wrong with you, dog? Anyways, yo, this website's saying this. They're saying West Ham could build on their win against Chelsea and their loss against the Wolves by facing a poor Arsenal side right now, and they're predicted to win 2-1 with the odds of that being 13 to you get 13-1 if that happens.
2-1, 13-1. Bloody hell, who's that with? I might have that.
Bet 360, I think.
Do you know what? Everyone in the comments is going for West Ham win, and everybody.
Yep.
Except
And you
for
know
me.
me, I never pick the team that we're facing to win.
You know
This is
what?
actually so sad.
You know what?
Except me.
I'm actually going for an Arsenal win. I'm going for an
I'm
Arsenal win.
gonna go for Arsenal win. I think. Oh, okay. It's all dependent. If he plays a 4-2-3-1 and he plays the right players, or he plays my 3-5-2-1 or 3-4-2-1, then I think we can win 3-1. Because West Ham do not have a goalkeeper.
Is that with the same
You give me a headache, bro.
Andy, is that with the same team?
So I think it's all going to be what Freddie says to these guys. If he actually tells our two midfielders to sit and not move anywhere, we can win 3-1.
Why are you holding your head with two hands?
Because I don't think if you saw me yesterday, if you saw the voice that I put in our football group yesterday, I was
man.
today like I gave up on Arsenal totally. So which is why I'm just all over the place. But I think we can win 3-1.
Do you know what?
I think that's your heart saying that, Eddie, and not your head, mate.
Do you know what? If you want to sum up one supporter
After the best, we're going to draw.
Bro, if you want to sum up one supporter who mirrors the Arsenal at the moment, right? It's Baz, right? He comes on here, does nothing, right? His headphones don't work, right? Does zero contribution. Baz, what's the score, bro? I can hear you
Baz,
now.
get the other headphones. Get the other headphones.
Yeah, the other ones
Get the other one.
No, I can hear you, like, I can't hear Sonny. I don't know what's. I think this. I don't know. I'll come back in.
Get the other headphones. Get the other headphones.
Exactly what Sonny said.
Can you hear me on the other one?
Well, it's good
Yeah,
job
Can you hear me on the
Baz.
other one?
It's good job Baz
Yeah.
can't hear me. Listen, it's good job Baz can't hear me
okay,
because I've been cussing him for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But I'm going for 2-1 Arsenal, to be honest with you. I think Arsenal are going to win.
We might actually win because it's the first time we disagreed, and I was the one picking Arsenal to lose. So.
Do you know what? Willock, I don't want to see him again in an Arsenal shirt this season.
Willock should not play.
I don't mind seeing him in the cup game.
No, not even cup games, because those are the only things that we're actually gonna have a chance of competing in. We can't waste all them other games now. I think if we were further up in the league, then I would say cool, play them cup games. But now Willock should not even be. He should just go back to the under-23s and actually build his game from there. He's not ready. He's not ready for thing. He needs to go out on loan or something. For me, send him out on loan. Send Saka out on loan. The only real youngsters that I feel have really progressed and can actually play in the first team are Gondozi and Martinelli. Saka not even close to this team, and Willock are not even close to this team. The Premier League's too quick for them. It's too big for them. They're too small. They need to go out alone, send them to the Championship so they can bulk up and learn some stuff. As I said, I think on the last time I was there, I was saying if you compare our youngsters to Chelsea youngsters, they don't even come close. They don't.
Eddie, we won't need to send them out. We won't need to send them out to the Championship because we'll be down there soon, mate.
Right, we've got another silly comment. Hang on, we've got another silly comment. Dave, how's it going, bro? You good? Dave, bruv, seriously, bruv. In what world is a draw good enough for us now, mate? Seriously. Go and explain that comment, please, in the comments, bruv. Please tell me how a draw now is good enough for Arsenal. We need to start turning these into wins now. Just stop getting relegated.
Lee, have you followed me? Because obviously I won't be able to follow you without seeing the picture. I don't know if it'll be you, mate.
Yeah. Tell me, guys.
You know what, James? I've asked Ty to come on the show, but obviously we're not good enough for him, mate. Willock will come good, trust me. The only way Willock will come good, mate, if he pulls some little tart in a club, he might come good in the hotel room, mate. For Arsenal, he ain't gonna.
Yeah, no, I think Willock needs to bulk up, man.
Guys, the Chelsea boys, they went on loan. You know what I mean? They went on loan. They've been through the pyramid system. Really? It would benefit our players if they went through the pyramid system and played.
That's what I'm saying. I agree with you.
It would benefit them. But there's a problem. We don't have enough English players to meet the quota if we give all our young players on loan. That is the problem this club has done. I'm agreeing with you, Sonny. I know where you're going.
The kids, no, you're not agreeing with me because I was going to send you on loan to West Ham TV.
But is your Twitter red, Lee? I like Arsenal realist comment.
We're waiting for Curtis to come on. Curtis is just racing home, going through speed cameras, going through traffic lights. He's knocking over people, all just to come on the podcast.
Guys,
did you see that?
What do you guys think about Sonny? What do you think about Xhaka? He needs to play. Don't you agree now? After we've seen that our midfield is so bad that we need him now. It's depressing.
Why do we need him? This is the thing about Xhaka.
Justin, look, Justin, mate, you're a mate of mine. Justin is actually a mate of mine, yeah? Justin's a mate of mine. Now, Justin, I'm sorry, mate, but now you've got silly comment of the night.
I was going to say that. I agree. I totally agree.
I actually rate Willock. I think he's not been used properly. He hasn't been managed right or integrated right. Mate, what do we need to do to use Willock properly? The best thing Willock could do at the moment, and Saka, is going to the Arsenal kiosk and start giving pies and burgers out, mate.
Oh my gosh. They are young players with potential, and I would actually put Nelson in that category as well. They're young players with potential, but they are not ready for the Premier League yet. They do need to go alone because I keep saying it there. If they get tackled, they're just gonna snap in half. Honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
Blue Film says, Sandy, what's wrong with you tonight? It's unfiltered. Blue Films, you know what? I'm in a good mood. I'll tell you why, right? I'll tell you why I'm in a good mood. Since last night, I've been effing and blinding and swearing at Virgin Media, right? And they finally put my broadband in, which means I'm here to stay now, right? And Arsenal are going to get all of my abuse on Monday.
Guys, we are...
Curtis Shaw in the house. Curtis, what's happening, bruv?
How you doing, Curtis?
Yes, Terry, you're right, man. What's happening?
You're all right, mate.
Hey, the superstar. Can I get autograph, please?
Curtis, bruv. I said that you was the best player on AFTV, right? And Addy
agree. Addy, I'll let you lot decide, man. I didn't say nothing.
Hey, I said I was the best player. I said.
Just,
Humble.
Andy, just remember, bruv, they put shit players in goal, bruv.
Yo, guys. You know, I heard this the other day. Tell me what you guys think. Guys compared us. They're saying we're accident waiting to happen, and they compared us to Dallas Cowboys, and they're like we've reached that low now. We once so great, now we're this accident waiting to happen, and we're just we're compared to the Dallas Cowboys.
All right, Curtis, I know you're a big Mourinho fan, bruv. Okay.
Yeah.
So much so you want to go and support Spurs now.
Oh,
Right.
never.
Who would you put in now?
Maybe I'd go for Ancelotti. You know?
Yeah.
He's been
Now that Rodgers is taken, right?
Rodgers is staying. He's staying now, isn't he? There ain't
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
left.
They give him
No,
money.
Mate,
You know what?
Justin going above. Justin, that is the second thing he's coming tonight. Take Wenger back. Not a chance in hell.
You know what? On Talksport last night, there was a lot of fans and even the presenters. Do you know they said that we need to have? Who's got that feedback? There's a bit of feedback.
It must be Curtis.
Yeah. Do you know who they said we need to get in?
Who?
Big Sam.
Curtis, leave him rejoin, bro.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
That's who they reckon, because obviously they do you know what they said? They said they looked at our next 5 results and they said come New Year's Day, adding up our points, we could be 3rd from bottom.
100%. I agree. We could get relegated.
CL Jackson, I'm not backing the kid's question. The kid. Sorry, what's the point you was going to make, bro?
I was saying Arsenal is now being compared to the Dallas Cowboys, basically saying we're accident waiting to happen. If you guys watch NFL football, the Dallas Cowboys, every year they have a chance to win their division and get to the playoffs, and somehow every year around Christmas time they ruin it for themselves, and they're doing it again. And it's like that's basically saying Arsenal has become that team where we're accident waiting to happen.
All right. That's a good point. I just want to ask Curtis about this. Yeah, let's see how real Curtis is. This is a part of the program, which is test how real you are, Curtis. Okay. What is your comments on this?
I knew I shouldn't have come on here tonight. No, do you know what I said to him off camera? Like I thought it was a bit out of order the way he tried to jump in, but he's passionate, isn't he? You know, he wanted to make his point, but I felt like he should have waited for his own interview.
Bro, you know what? Kelechi is passionate, right? I love Kelechi. We fell out in the pub. I love Kelechi, right? Positive guy.
Yeah.
He's more, but I say it as I see it, but he's more passionate about promoting himself.
Well, I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. I think sometimes he lets like relationships he's got with players get in the way of his opinion. You know, like he was close with Iwobi, so it's like no matter what he did wrong, he wouldn't say like that he was a poor player. Mm-hmm. You know, so I don't know.
Bro, Joe, what? I don't think. You know what? Practicing your song and dance routine like you're gonna go on X Factor, bruv, before a football match. you know, it don't cope with me, bruv. I just don't with it. Especially after we lost and we're on the verge of getting relegated. He's still dancing, bruv. Come on.
The only thing I'll say about that,
The
only thing I'll say about that with Kelechi is that is him. That's win, lose, draw. He's always going to do that. So you can take that from him. That's the only thing I'll say about Kelechi in regards to the music and the thing.
Don't you think that's like a gimmick for him now, though? Like that's what it is.
It's just like what's that guy? Boom. What's this guy's name, bros? That annoying the Heavy D.
Heavy D.
Yeah, him going boom. That I can expect that with Heavy D because I find it annoying, but that's it.
Springer. You know what? Certain men don't know Curtis too well. Yeah, Curtis is my bro. You get on your all fours in front of Curtis, usually you're in trouble, bruv.
It's a mad man,
Guys, we know how AFTV, the interviews, when people outside of the interview always get comfortable and start shouting in your interview. It always happens. It's just, I think you handle yourself well. And when it comes to Kelechi, that's his personality, right? So like, let him be him.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something, right? For all the Kelechi's, what he does, his antics, what he does, there's worse people than him.
Oh yeah.
Okay. On that channel. There's worse people than him on that channel.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what? At the end of the day, this Kelechi's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Some people can't even add nice guy to their title. Go on, Curtis.
Basically, halfway through my interview, he disagreed with something I said and like tried to jump in, but I said, wait for your own interview to make your point. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then obviously he's doing his interview and the microphone's out and he's dancing and all that, and I'm saying, well, we've just lost.
Yeah. No.
I don't know if that's the right time to be doing that, but that's what he does, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Kurt. To be honest. But as I said, it's probably just like a catchphrase or something with him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I won't let it bother you, mate.
Just a reminder from everyone, for everyone. Saturday, I'm actually going to be around Terry's house. Terry from the Football Terrace. Yeah. And we're going to be doing the Man United game. And it's going to be Saturday. We're going to be doing the Man United game. And you know what? And they've got Man City, haven't they?
Yeah.
And I can't wait. I can't wait.
Who's going to be there? Just you and him?
Just me and him.
Yeah, hold on.
If I would have loved it if the unofficial guy was there, you would have given it to him.
But then the only thing, Sonny, even though you can't wait, don't forget we've got Man City the week after.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
it don't matter. Watching City put 6 past Man City, right? Just for that 1 week, right?
Yeah, and then City put 8 past us.
And I'll tell you something, Terry, if you're watching, bruv, if Man United do the impossible and you do beat City, I'm going to go shit in your toilet at home and I'm going to make sure it goes all over the bowl and I'm not going to wipe it and I'm not going to tell you. NFC Aaron, thanks for the donation, bro. Good channel. Honest question, is AFC scripted? No, it's not, bro. It's not.
No, it's not.
Kelechi's songs are, but AFC ain't scripted.
Hey, Curtis, we've done all our teams for Monday against West Ham. What's your formation and starting 11?
Oh, mate. Obviously, Leno. I'll go Bella and Tierney at fullback. I'll go. Holding's injured, right? Is he not fit?
Yeah, he's doubtful.
God knows.
He's doubtful. So
he's doubtful.
I go Chambers and Socrates, I think.
Okay.
I'll play David Luiz CDM. Play Torreira next to him. And then probably a third midfielder, man. Maybe Pepe and Aubameyang and Lacazette. I'll go with that.
Who's your third midfielder? What, you're missing one player.
No, I'll play Pepe in the pocket.
That's what I said. I said the same thing.
Yeah.
And then on the wings.
And then Lacazette and Aubameyang up front, but play them actually through the middle, not Aubameyang on the right business.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
You're still missing a player.
It's a joke, isn't it? No, that's 11, bro.
You're still missing one midfielder. You said Luiz. Who else?
Oh yeah, Martinelli as well. Martinelli. So I'm playing Pepe as the third midfielder.
Okay.
So Aubameyang's still on a wing.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't. I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Technically,
All right, so how do I do it? I'll play Lacazette 10, Pepe on the right, Martinelli on the left, and Aubameyang up front.
I like that.
Like a 4 up front, basically.
Yeah.
What I did was I did similar to what you did, but I put Ozil in instead of Lacazette, and I put David Luiz in the back end and Chambers in the midfield.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, Ozil. I've got no time for Ozil. No, honestly,
I seen that.
He doesn't produce anything, bro. For 350 a week.
As a man, I did not work at Guildford, unfortunately. Obviously, you might be getting me confused with Idris. But
Stan,
unfortunately,
in the 90s, Addy was in prison anyway.
Get out of here.
hey,
Yeah, Sonny.
even though this camera makes me look old, I am only 18. You know.
Oh yeah.
Tell him. Yeah, Sonny.
Addy, you're at least 40, mate.
Remember at the beginning of the season when we were saying if we could pick one position to fix, we were complaining between midfield, defender, or center back. Which one's worse, do you think?
The one position I'll fix, right, is the middle of this podcast down the bottom. I'll fix Baz's
I don't think it can
For me, the kid, you got to stop worrying about the midfield defence or anything like that, and you got to fix the ball. That's the main problem. Don't fix the ball.
Yeah. There was a comment. There was a comment earlier. I can't remember who it was from now, so I apologise. It said, "Do you think it's really important that we get a manager before the Man City game?" I don't think it's going to make a difference. I think Man City are going to probably put back 9 past us. To be honest with you. Baz, let's all pick on Baz, right? Because we're sick of talking about Arsenal, yeah. Baz is like one of them Charlie Chaplin films. You lot might be too young for Charlie Chaplin.
Oh, yeah.
But Charlie Chaplin was like a silent comedian. That's what Baz is. Without even saying nothing, he's dead funny.
He's trying to
connections. My connection's messed up. I can't.
Anyone who hasn't followed the Miss Arsenal podcast, go and give them a follow as well, and also go and follow Curtis Shaw TV as well.
I'll come back.
Yes, man, bless.
Peace.
Can I ask a question, Sonny?
Go on, mate.
Right, I want to know people's positives if they've got one, and where they think we are actually going to end up this season.
Can I go first?
Go on.
My positives this season, I've got 2. I've got Leno. I think he's grown as a goalkeeper. I think last year he was a little bit shaky, but I think he's faced 250 something shots, and to be fair, he's kept us in a lot of matches. And the other positive I would say is Martinelli. I think we've got a real gem on our hands, and if we can get the right manager that can actually mould him well, he could be a huge star. But those are my only 2.
Right, let's have a vote, yeah? Let's have a vote, okay? Baz is waiting in backstage to be brought back on. Baz could probably hear us, yeah? I want a yes or no from everyone in the comments whether we should bring Baz back, right? As a bit of fun, yeah?
Yes.
Right, let's start with the people on the podcast first. Terry.
Yes.
Okay. The kid.
So, Ali.
Was that yes?
That's Somali for you. Yeah, bring him back.
I was going to say a joke there, but we're going to go down too well, so I'm not going to say it. Curtis.
Get him back, 100%.
Addy.
Yeah. Go on, bring him back.
Right, as Matt House says last night, right, when he said the channel's all about myself, none of your opinions matter, right? I'm going to make it. Okay, everyone in the comments, do we want Baz back? A quick yes or no, go on. Bring back Baz. Hang on. For sure, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Baz out. No. Yeah. I'll say, there we go. Unanimous vote, Baz. You got voted back in, bruv. You got voted back in like the President of the United States, bruv. You are now the Somali Prime Minister, bruv. You got voted in.
I'm having technical issues here. Fuck's sake.
Baz is Somali Prime Minister, right? And Baz, your special prize, Baz, when you get older, I'm going to get you a people carrier, bruv, so you can put your kids in.
Which is worse, Arsenal's defense.
And I'll even fill out them universal credit forms.
We're going to finish.
Oh my god. So yeah.
Abs.
You know.
Where do you think we're going to finish then, Abs?
Honestly and truthfully, I think we will finish 7th, but I do think we can win the Europa League.
Oh my
Did
God.
you see Terry's eyes?
That is positive, man. Curtis,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're gonna end the stream now, yeah. So I just want your fast. I just want your last thoughts. Baz, Bub, I was only joking, Bub. By the way, but I love you, man. You're a brilliant part of the channel, Bub. It's all good, man. You can take the piss out of me as well. It don't matter. It's all good. It's just fun.
all good thanks.
Okay.
No,
just a comment here, Sonny. What do you think? Salaka as a 10 with Uber up front and Pepe and Gabby on the wings. Good shirt. Good shirt.
That's what I picked. Yeah, that's what I picked.
Yeah.
All right. Your final thoughts. Let's go with Curtis.
What, for the game on Monday or overall?
Overall,
Go with both because we didn't get your game on Monday either.
Overall, we're in a mess, but we need a new manager quick. We need a little bit of investment in January. I don't think we'll spend a lot, but if we can get one or two in, get Tierney in the team, get Martinelli in the team for me as well, just for the energy. And then on Monday, I can't see us. I'm always hopeful, but I can't see us getting anything more than a draw if we're lucky. I go 1-1.
Okay. So depressing, Curtis.
Oh, mate, last night was a lot. I'm telling you, last night was a heavy night.
Yeah.
It was a-
Baz, Buff, what's your thoughts, Buff? What's your final thoughts?
He won't say anything. He can't hear you.
Baz's final thoughts are the same as his first thoughts and his middle thoughts.
Oh, sorry. Nah, sorry. My final thoughts are basically it's gonna be a draw. It's gonna be a draw, man. 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%. It's gonna be a draw at best.
That's your final
Or we
thoughts on
might
the
get
whole thing,
smashed.
yeah? That's your final thoughts on the whole thing, what's happening in the world. That's just your final thoughts. It's going to be a draw. That's all you want to say at the end of this podcast. This is your moment, bro.
Oh,
This is your moment to speak.
Which
Give me
one?
your thoughts on
Oh, yeah,
everything.
like-
Give me your thoughts on everything, bro. On everything. On everything.
On everything.
Your final thoughts.
Monday,
How do you feel?
personally. What?
About anything.
Anything.
Tell me if anything's troubling you. Is anything troubling you? Anybody you want us to go sort out? No, but anything. What's on your mind? Anything? Any problems you got?
We just sort out David Luiz. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Back to Bible school. When you put him on an MRI scan, man. Fuck's sake.
Kid. You know what, bro? The kid put in a petition for me to lay off him, right? I've laid off him and I've got your cousin on.
Get him!
No, I love Baz, man. Baz, you know you're always welcome on the channel as well, bro. You're proper. Baz has followed me from the start, man. The kid, your final thoughts, bruv.
Okay. I know Terry's talking about a relegation battle and all this, but honestly, worst case scenario, I see us finishing 10th or 9th. Best case scenario, I see us finishing, honestly, 6th. I don't see us getting any closer to the top 4 than 6th. I don't see us dropping any lower than 9th or maybe even 10th at worst. Because when you say relegation battle, at the end of the day, everybody up until 9th in the league is in a relegation battle. By if you're talking numbers wise, okay. So that's my final point.
Terry,
do you really want to come to me? Because I'm depressed, man.
I didn't really want to come to you, Till, but you was on the channel from the start, so I've got to keep having you now.
No, honestly, as I said yesterday, broke me, man. For the first time ever, it broke me. As Curtis said, I mean, I walked out as soon as Brighton scored. I knew we was going to do nothing. I took my daughter for her birthday. She was bored out of her nut. Absolute crap game. She said it herself. We are in a relegation battle. As TalkSport said last night, our next 5 games, if we don't, the points that we're going to pick up, probably 2, we could be 3rd from bottom come New Year's Day. Do I believe that Arsenal and the board have got the capability of going out there and getting us a good manager? No, I don't.
No.
I think they're going to go out there and buy a typical Arsenal player, like a Wolves manager or Eddie Howe or something like that, a manager we haven't even heard of, and it'd be the same as Emery again. I really, really am scared that we could be the next Leeds United when they had a fantastic team and they got relegated, and that's it. I'm being serious. We are in serious shit. And the
Tell. I've got one thing to say to you, bruv. You're one depressing geezer, you know that.
Listen, I'm never like that. You know that. You know I've always, you know what I mean, want to see Arsenal win and everything, but you got to be realistic. There's no point in being positive when there's nothing to be positive about. There's nothing. Let's be honest. What
manager would you get? What manager would you go for?
I mean, I know I keep saying it. I'd love to see Arteta there just because I believe he's going to be the next Pep. I really do believe that. I really do believe that. Listen, he played for Arsene Wenger. Everyone keeps saying that Arsene Wenger was a god. He was brilliant, blah, blah. He played under Arsene Wenger for 5 years, and Arsene Wenger said, this man is going to be a fantastic manager. He's been under Pep for 3 years, and Pep has said exactly the same for him. So that's basically 8 years experience in my eyes. I know he hasn't managed anyone, but that's 8 years experience. I've got a feeling that Pep will go at the end of this season and he will take over as Man City manager if we don't get him. And then everyone will be turning around and saying, why didn't we go and get him? And we won't be able to get him after that because he'll be out of our league.
But then,
just quick quote, moderators, leave Matt Howes alone tonight. Matt Howes has behaved himself and he's apologised. So just leave Matt Howes alone.
No, that's hilarious, though.
The only thing I wanted to say about that, Terry, is that if that's the case, that you think that Pep is going to leave and then Arteta's going to get the hot seat at Man City, why would you come to Arsenal then? If that's the case, I'll stay at Man City. I have all the money in the world to spend on players. I've got already made world-class players in the squad. Why would I even envisage going to Arsenal and I'm going to have to do all that? No, I'll stay at City.
No, I know what you're saying, but for me, we could go and get Arteta now and we wouldn't have to spend that much money. Everyone keeps saying in the press that we haven't got a lot of money to go and get a manager, blah, blah, blah. I don't believe that because obviously we should have all the money in the world.
Terry, it's not going to make a difference who we get at the end of the day, bruv. Because at the end of the day, if we don't go and spend big in January and we get some proper players to actually play.
Yeah, but we still need a manager, Sonny.
Do what? We still need a manager, but at the end of the day, unless we get some decent players, bruv, unless we get a decent manager, nothing's going to change. Okay. Final thoughts from Addy.
Yeah, obviously you know my thoughts. I think we need to get a manager in ASAP. First choice Simeone, after him Poch, and that's been me being realistic. I don't think we can Allegri potentially, but I'm not too keen on Allegri. But you know what? I don't know what to think about this season. I think just like the kid, I think 7th. I don't think we'll get. I don't think we can get Europa League spot. But you know me, I'm always optimistic, and I don't even know. Yesterday, as Curtis will know, I was broken last night, man. I was broken.
You was broken in last night, was you? If anyone wants to know where Addy was last night, he was at the Blue Oyster Club. Pilot Vince, Leeds got relegated with a better team. Vince, you know what, bruv? You spend more time at home than you do up in the air, bruv. do you ever fly that plane, or did you dress up as a pilot, Vince?
Nah, he's on hands-free, mate.
he's on hands-free up in the air. Do you know what? I can't wait to go on Vince's plane one day, right? I do want to actually go to the cockpit. Curtis Shaw, the man at the moment, bruv.
Well,
your final thoughts?
As I said, we need to appoint a manager. I get what you're saying, Terry, about Arteta, but for me, the job's so big. It worries me to bring a guy in with no experience, and I think we need someone who can fix more than just the team. So we need a manager, but obviously, like Allegri's ruled himself out. Rodgers signed a new deal. Simeone apparently is talking about a new deal. There's not many options. Maybe Poch, Ancelotti, and not many others. Get a new manager, pick a settled lineup. We need to sign 1 or 2 in January, and I think the best we can probably get is 7th. But like Addy said, I think we can get our act together. We can win the Europa League.
Yeah.
We're like a cup team anyway. I think that's our best hope.
Guys, last January we had a chance to get top 4. 3 season-ending injuries, and all we did was sign David. What's his name? Suarez.
Do you know what? There's a major epidemic of unemployed people in this country. Yeah, there's a job vacancy going at Arsenal. The reason there's so many unemployed is because the majority of jobs either the Arsenal realist has got, because he does about 15 different jobs, or Curtis Shaw's got, because he fills every vacancy. Right? But the Arsenal job is the one up for grabs. Who's going to take it? That's the fault. That's the final fault tonight. Okay. My final thoughts is I could not give a fuck. That's my final thoughts. But join me Saturday on the Football Terrace. It's gonna be a laugh. If anyone hasn't subscribed to the Football Terrace, go and subscribe to Terry at the Football Terrace. Top channel, and he's a top bloke. Curtis Shaw TV, brilliant channel. He's killing it. He knows his football. He's also a proper footballer as well. He knows his football. He knows his tactics. He knows his formations. Curtis, big up your channel, bruv. And also follow Curtis on the Talk Is Cheap as well, which is his other channel. And also go and follow Turkish on the Watch Alongs as well. That's his other channel, right? Go and follow Turkish also on the Supporters Club. That's his other channel, right? But as for that, also go and follow the Arsenal realist. Who else did we have in the podcast? The Miss Arsenal podcast came in and went. So if go and give him a follow. Go and give him a follow as well. That's it for tonight. We're going to roll on to Monday. We're going to forget about Arsenal. Please go and follow me on Twitter if you want to come on the podcast. I'm going to just before I go, I'm just going to put up my Twitter handle. Terry, if anyone's got anything to say while I do this, feel free.
Hopefully we win. Hopefully we win, guys.
We'll do a watch along on Monday if you want, Sonny. I don't know who wants to come on, but
yeah, I'll do that.
We'll do a watch along and watch us get beat by West Ham.
Are you going, Curtis, on Monday?
No, I'm doing the live stream. The AFTV.
Oh, we'll be going up against them.
Yeah.
We're going up to Stratford.
Yeah, bring up the kid, man. You was on last time, weren't you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, ring up, man.
Yeah.
So go follow me on Twitter. Unfiltered Study 1.
Everyone follow.
And get on the podcast.
Everyone follow.
Everyone follow, man.
And that is us out for tonight. Thanks for everyone in the comments. Please, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go and subscribe. It's new fans on all the time. And also you got Baz talking through Arsenal tactics and everything what's going on at Arsenal. But I'm out for now. See you soon. Take care.
Take care, lads. Thanks.